In today's topic, we're going to be talking about Kevin Samuels on being broke. We got a video we're going to watch, and this is my first time, and I think it is Sean's first time watching it, or he's already watched it and he wants me to watch it.
Yeah,
So
I already watched it. It's his first time, watching it. So,
I'm going to give my reaction.
Yeah, his organic reaction. Okay, let's start.
I want to hear shit from you talking about you being broke. If you're not working in 60 hours minimum a week that you're getting paid for, turn off YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and get your ass out there. Go down there and work at McDonald's, Circle K, get you a job. I don't care about your pride. You can't be proud and broke at the same time. Go work, and work, and then you take that money you make from your part-time job, invest some of it, invest most and take half of it, invest it to your future. The other 50%, the other percentage, take some, have some fun, go buy you a belt, then invest it in self-improvement. Get you a high income skill, get you something that's going to give you high value skills that you can market on, that you can leverage on the marketplace. Whether you're working in corporate America or whether you're going to be doing your own entrepreneurial thing in the future. But men, if you're working, the harder you work, the luckier you get, the more exposure you get.
Okay.
So you have a problem with this?
Well, the whole video sounds all nice. It's just there's just one thing that I had to stop it, calm myself down, and then watch the rest of the video because there was just one part.
Calm yourself down.
Yeah, man. I got riled up. Riled up. That part when he's talking about minimum 60 hours a week. Do you understand what 60 hours a week is? That's Monday through Friday. Let's just say Monday through Friday because everybody likes to take their weekend off. 12 hours a day.
Okay.
That's 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. What you gonna do for the other 12 hours? Bro, you're gonna be so tired. You're gonna be so exhausted by that job, by that 60 hours a week. You won't be able to actually do what you need to do.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I don't have a problem with 60 hours a week. I know a lot of people who do it. It's just you got to do what you got to do. People do a bunch of overtime to try to get as much money as they can. But as well, too, is like you got to understand if you have a salary-based job and yes, you're getting paid a set amount or whatever, but you also have to understand that if you have a task that needs to be done, you have to get that task done no matter how many extra hours you have to work on top of your regular hours to get that thing done.
I get that.
That's your job.
I understand.
You have a friend too. Me and you have a friend that is in the military and he has to work 60 hours a week. And it's no problem for him. And it's not a problem for other people. I think the issue that you're getting out of it is because he said minimum. Guys, whatever is best for you, if 60 minimum to get where you want to be works out for you, then make it work out for you. If it's not and you think 60 hours is too much, don't do it. Work 40 hours, work 50 hours, whatever you can handle, do it. But yeah, I'm fine with what Kevin has to say because I know a lot of people who do 60 plus hours and they do it to get that bag. They do it to have some savings or for the kids or investing in themselves and reading and doing whatever they got to do to get stuff done. So it's not an impossible task, but what he's trying to do is he's just trying to help you start from somewhere.
And I get that part. And hey, if you want to do 60 hours a week, you go ahead, do 60 hours a week. If the person who can only do 40 hours or he just wants to do 40 hours and he's fine with 40 hours, don't be imposing on him saying, oh, you got to work 60 hours because that's what a man does or that's what work is.
And I didn't get that from him. I'm going to be honest. It's just you have a lot of people who I think what Kevin Samuels was just trying to get at is you're doing 40 hours, right? But you're complaining about being broke and living paycheck to paycheck. Well, instead of you complaining and living paycheck to paycheck, increase your hours to get paid more so you're not living paycheck to paycheck and you're having more income coming in so you can do whatever you want with that extra income. But he's not trying to I don't get the intention that he's trying to force anybody, but he's just like, if you're gonna keep complaining, then keep doing what you're gonna do. because you don't want to change. But if you're willing to change and you're willing to do something, increase your hours and stop complaining. Get it done. But it's for the people who does 40 hours and wants to complain about being broke 24/7 and acting like life is unfair and stuff. Bro, we get it. But you have to take matters into your own hand and try to change that. And I think that's what Kevin Samuels was just trying to say is get that 60 hours, work your butt off so you can have a little extra income so you can learn and invest that however you want to do it.
It's just the way I see it. It's just that, Kevin Samuels is such a huge icon. He's moving a lot of motivations into men like us, and men that who they're just stuck in the couch and wants to do something. And I get that he wants to motivate people, but the way to motivate is it's so, for me, again, the message that I'm getting, a minimum 60 hours a week. What if I want to work 40 hours? What if I want to work only 50 hours? What if I want to work 30 hours? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because I've read articles, and there's articles out there that if you work more than 60 hours a week, 12 hours a day, that is detrimental to your own health. And there are some people out there who will work and work and work no matter what cost, no matter what their health issue is or how detrimental their health is going to become, because they got to get that paycheck. They got to get that money because they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. Hey, if your health is actually getting worse, that's, first of all, your health is priority numero uno, bro. That's number one. If 60 hours a week isn't helping you get better or actually giving you the time to actually get up in the ladder or actually work better or actually start a good business or actually get a valued skill, then stop. Lower it down. There's actually benefits of actually working less hours to actually have that time to actually do the things that you want to do, get better exercise, get better things, and actually have a better mindset in what you want. And that's the thing, because nowadays it's always about, hey, I gotta work because I gotta get the money, and because I get the money, I'll get better stuff. I get better stuff. I get better woman. I get this. I get that. And it's always about, I gotta work more. 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 No, it's not always working more. Sometimes quality is way better than quantity, and that's what I'm seeing. He's talking about quantity: 6 hours, 60 hours a week, 60 hours a week, 60 hours a week. I can't. Sometimes at the end of the day, 40 hours a week. And if you're fine with 40 hours a week, or you're like, I could have worked more. No, and 40 hours a week is just enough so you can pass by the whole month or the week. And he gives you time to actually do something, to actually take care of the kids, or actually
but don't,
be in a good
if you're content with that, don't complain about you being broke and getting nowhere.
I get that.
Okay, because that's the problem. People are doing that and they're complaining, but yes, it could be bad for your health and stuff like that. But generally, these people are very young. So I'm not going to say it's not going to affect your health, but because you're younger, you can get away with it, right? Mm-hmm. So my question is to you, if you want to be a mechanical engineer, right? Mm-hmm. And your job requires you to do extra stuff, that like a task, because you're going to have a lot of tasks to get done.
I get that.
Are you going to come to them and be like, hey, because I have to do 60 hours in a week, it's going to be bad for my health, so I don't want to do that? I'm content with working 40 hours even if I have to miss my task. How are you going to handle stuff like that? Well, you just going to change your feet? Like, you get where I'm going with this?
No, I get you. I get what you're talking about. First of all, the task that they hand us, we got to work on it. I get that.
Yeah. And that's with a lot of jobs.
I understand that, but there's always a limit. There's always a limit. If they give me a task that I know it's not going to take 40 hours a week, and it's going to take more, I understand that. I understand that I have to push my boundaries. I have to push it to a point. But if I know that at the end of the day, it's actually becoming detrimental to me, to my relationship, to the things that I actually want to pursue, believe it or not, I quit.
And that's on you, but a lot of people are not going to want to quit because they have responsibilities and stuff like that.
I understand. I understand that there's responsibilities, but you can't tell me that an engineer's life 24/7 is actually working 60 hours a week, 100 hours a week, more than that?
I don't know. I'm not an engineer, and I don't plan to be an engineer. But that's why I asked you the question, because I was asking another friend just before I came on here, who also wants to be an engineer, and was saying that you guys are going to get a lot of tasks that's going to require you to do a lot of hours in a week. That's why I brought it up. So yes, although it might not be fair, again, life is not fair, but when you have responsibilities, you're a man and you have either a wife or a baby mama or kids that you got to take care of. Sad to say, it's not about you anymore, because your kids got to come first. And you want to have extra money for yourself, you're going to have to put that time in. Or else you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck, and then you're going to be complaining about how broke you are and how life is unfair and stuff like that. But all Kevin Samuels is going to trying to say is, bro, if you want to get some extra bread so you could go do extra stuff, like invest in yourself and try to do any other little thing, work those extra hours. Whether, I know he said 60 minimum, but I'll even go on here and say whether it's 45, 50, 55, 60, whatever you can handle. Everybody's different. It's what you want. If you're content with 40 hours, you're fine. You don't have to be listening to this. You don't have to listen to Kevin Samuels, but he's targeting people who's trying to do better in life and trying to reach that next level. Those people who do that 40 hours and then want to come home and complain about nothing better is going on in their life or whatever like that. You know, he's trying to give you a strategy. Is it the best strategy? I don't know, because 60 hours is a lot, but if you could do it, sure. You know what I'm saying? But I also hear other people saying different stuff and how you should manage your money, this and that and that. Listen to those people. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's up to you. Every person is different, and how you want to manage your own money is how you should manage it. If you want to take advice from these people, take advice from these people, because you doing absolutely nothing is not going to be beneficial to you.
It's not.
But you taking some advice from different people, I'm not going to say all of it has to be from Kevin Samuels, but if you want to take it from different people and incorporate all together, that is totally fine. Do what works out for you.
Exactly. Use your common sense. You know, there's some people who, unfortunately, you know, there's some who just idolize, you know, these type of people, you know, Kevin Samuels and these other people, and they just let go of that common sense. I'm just like, look, listen to them. They have some good things, but you got to be your own filter. You have to be your own filter. You gotta put yourself in your position. Be like, I understand what Kevin Samuels is trying to get to me. I know she's trying to say some things, but there are some other things that I don't agree with. I get what he's trying to get at, but I got to work it my way. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. I know there's a lot of people who follow every word that Kevin Samuels says, and that's what when I heard 60 hours a week, I was just like, I know there's gonna be quite a few people who'd be like, I have to do 60 hours a week, or I'm not man enough, or I'm never gonna get out of this broke, you know, this broke state. No, you gotta think about it just a little bit more. If 40 hours is good enough, deal with 40 hours. If 50 is good enough, deal with 50 hours. I'll tell you this, it's a lot better than zero.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than zero. You got, you know, there's a position where you want something, you got to work hard for it.
No complaining.
No complaining. I'm sorry, you know, sometimes I complain, but I still get it done. Sometimes I got to lower down the amount of complaining because I'm wasting more time than actually doing the job that I need to do. But at the end of the day, you know, I got to do it. You want something, you got to go work for it. You got to work for it. But that doesn't mean that you have to exhaust yourself to the point where you're to the point of you can't actually enjoy what you worked for.
Yeah, just everything is in balance. You know yourself better than anybody. Yeah. So if it's something you can handle, you can handle it. If it's something you know you can't handle, then don't do it. And before we head out, I also want to say this one thing too. With these people that you be watching on YouTube and stuff like that, they might have the because Sean mentioned the fancy cars and the Rolex and stuff like that. Don't let that dictate whether you want to watch that person or not, because it's just some of it's just a scheme just to keep you, oh, I got the car, so obviously I'm doing something right. Those same people can be trying to scam you. because there's a lot of free information on the web, on YouTube, that they're just recycling in their course or whatever to make you guys continue to watch them or whatever. Some of them do have really good advice and stuff like that, but I rather have different sources than just get everything from all one source, right? You know, just try to diversify, get stuff from different people, because you know, you listen to one and they might lead you astray, hoping that you know, you might do a lot better than you actually are, but you're actually making their life better without even knowing it. It's all tricks and stuff like that. But again, you should know better.
That's
for yourself.
Yeah, that's the dangers about free information. You know, just as much as there's free information, there's a lot of free misinformation.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's all up to you. You know, maybe you might not agree with me, maybe you might not agree with Steven. And that's why we talk about these type of stuff, and we love for you to comment down below. What's your opinion? What you like to talk about? Like if you agree with it, what if you don't agree with it? And you know, it keeps the ball rolling. It keeps the arguments going. It keeps the discussions going to actually find the best balance, not only for me, not only for Steven, but for everybody else out there. And that's what we're talking about.
Yep. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button and the bell so you're notified when we're dropping more content. And if you want to put anything or say anything about this certain topic, make sure you put it in the comments below, like Sean was mentioning before. Without further ado, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We're signing out, man.